A secret buried for years just exploded, and it didn't just ruin one life, it tore an entire family apart. What Maggie thought she could protect forever has finally come to light, and the timing couldn't be worse. Because this confession didn't happen quietly. It happened while a teenage boy was fighting to be believed. For years, everyone believed Alan's death was a tragic accident. Painful, yes, but simple. It wasn't. What really happened that night stayed locked inside Maggie's mind. Buried under guilt and fear. No one questioned it. No one looked deeper. But secrets like this don't stay buried forever, especially when someone else knows the truth, and Maggie had no idea how dangerous that knowledge would become. The night Alan died, Maggie wasn't alone. Her youngest son, Finlay, saw the struggle. He saw more than any child ever should. Later he told Melanie that should have been the end of it, but someone else overheard that conversation. Someone who would one day use it as a weapon. Megan. And years later that overheard secret would become the most powerful leverage imaginable. Now sitting in prison after being reported by Will, Megan was desperate. She knew her situation was collapsing, so she made one phone call. Not to Will, not to a lawyer, to Maggie. From behind bars, Megan reminded her exactly what she knew. Then came the threat: convince Will to change his statement, or the truth about Alan comes out. Maggie wasn't just scared, she was trapped, but what Megan didn't realize was that things had already started changing. Will had been planning to run away with Megan. He even stole money to do it, but one conversation stopped him. Tim Metcalf opened up about his own past experience, and for the first time Will saw his own situation clearly. He wasn't in love. He was being manipulated. That realization gave him the strength to report Megan. And suddenly her control over everyone began slipping, which meant Maggie had a choice to make. She could let Megan expose her, or she could tell the truth herself. So when Ben said they needed to talk, Maggie didn't deny it. She didn't hide. She confessed. She told him what really happened to Alan. She told him Finlay saw everything. She told him Melanie knew. And that Megan had been holding it over her for years. Ben was horrified, not just by the truth but by how long it had been hidden, and he didn't keep it to himself. Ben told Eva Price, and just like that, the secret wasn't a secret anymore. Maggie wasn't protected, she wasn't understood, she was banished, cast out of the family she tried so hard to shield from the past. The guilt she carried silently for years now became public judgment. But this isn't where the story ends, because now the focus shifts. What happens to Megan for trying to manipulate a victim and blackmail a grieving woman? What role does Melanie play, knowing the truth all these years? And the biggest question of all, can Maggie ever find her way back into the family after this? Or was telling the truth the very thing that destroyed everything she was trying to protect?